Salutations, Sony PlayStation 2 Slim here, 84. So today we got Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Rogue Spear, including Mission Pack Suburban Operations. So this is another little tactical game. Now I'm recording all the intros, so I have no idea what the first one really plays as. I don't remember it being too terribly good. I just remember it being kind of muddy. I might be confusing it with another game where you just kind of got like a reticle and you just look around and you just see like the little beam from your weapon or whatever, and you're just lost. You don't really know what to do. This one might have a little bit more method to the madness, a little bit more reason for the season. What am I talking about? We're talking about Rainbow Six here. Let me hit A on my jams here. Maybe there's a little cinematic that you can see. I'm filling up time, at least 2 minutes. I'm trying to average at 2 minutes. I already said that in another intro. Just trying to get a bunch of these knocked out. Trying not to overload my tablets either. And yeah, I need to go outside and get some sun. I'm drinking some tea. I'm switching from coffee to just regular tea. This is decaf Earl Grey. So I'm being like Jean-Luc Picard. I forgot how he phrased it, but he liked tea. He would use the particle, what is that thing where you know, the food maker, the thing, it's just a thing that creates food. You're just like, hey, I want something, and then it'll make it. Yeah, it's cool. I like that whole, the holodeck and all that stuff. I'm just talking about anything. Yeah, I just been playing some Xbox games on my 360. Still want to track down an Xbox original at some point. And I don't know, just been kind of watching YouTube videos and just doing all that. Yeah, Karama MGTOW said something about how like 1 in 15 divorces, 1 in 15 marriages end in divorces, but that's not considering in your lifetime. That's considering every year. So every year the odds, you got to roll the dice. So that it's really worse than you think. That's what he's saying. So anyway, yeah, it's not a good time to get married at all, ever. It's social media, that's part of it. But what is that? It looks like one of those Goombas on the Super Mario, on the Marios on that Nintendo. What are we playing, a Nintendo? You know how like moms and stuff, they'll be like, every game system ever is a Nintendo. Well, this is Rogue Spear. Makes me think of the Jurassic Park intro theme. Can't get away from Pipe Dream right now.
The year is 2001. The world is a very dangerous place. As the fragments of the former Soviet Union slide deeper and deeper into chaos, the forces of crime and terror expand to fill the vacuum. There is war in the Balkans, war in the Middle East, war in a dozen hotspots around the world. Outnumbered and under siege, the Western democracies desperately struggle to keep the growing disorder from spilling across their borders. On the front lines of this strange war is the Counter-Terrorism Task Force, codenamed Rainbow. Operating out of bases on both sides of the Atlantic, Rainbow operatives are poised to strike at a moment's notice anywhere on the globe. Although their existence is secret, their combined courage and vigilance have saved the lives of millions. Yet even now a new enemy looms in the east. An enemy greater than any Rainbow has ever faced. An enemy able to strike when and where he pleases, bound only by his own hatred and ambition. An enemy armed with the most fearsome weapon known to man. Target acquired.
Well, the intro is a little bit better than the first Rainbow Six game. I'm not sure how many of these there are. That narration lady, she was saying vacuum. She didn't know how to say vacuum because where I'm from, we say vacuum. I guess some people say vacuum and some people say vacuum. So I believe that she is not familiar with vacuums because she hadn't picked one up in a while. She probably needs to. She needs to get back to the kitchen and back to the housework. But yeah. I don't know why people are so, CD, whatever. I don't know why people are so, pussyfied, because you could be telling somebody or a family member, like, your nephew or your brother or your cousin or something. You could be like, hey man, women, man, they're just like, they're out, they want nothing but your money or whatever. They want nothing but your money. You're telling the truth, and then people are saying, "Oh, you're poisoning their minds," but they're not saying you're telling them the truth. People don't care about the truth. All they care about is protecting people from reality, I suppose. But I want to get past this part, and let me. I've been really complaining with the last review, and I guess I'm being complaining with this one too. But I just want to get. Let me pause this and see if I can get back to it. Yeah, we had to select OK instead of start or whatever. But yeah, nobody cares about the truth, and if you do tell someone about the truth, it's just women have this hive mind where they want to protect their family members. I got a nephew, and I feel like my sister wants to kind of keep me away from my nephew because I'm gonna red pill him or try to. But it's not working because they I don't know, that you never know what people say behind your back. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? My sister could be pitting me against my nephew because she knows that I know what I know, and she probably doesn't like me because I know what I know. But I mean, there's always deniability, plausible deniability. You know what I mean? Can I get past the menus, please? Getting impatient here. The colors on that reticle was pretty cool with the sight. Sipping on my tea. Yeah, I guess I'll keep this in because, like, seriously, I'm hitting start and A, and you have to Tango. Tango's the funniest sounding one, so let's do Tango. There's too many menus. Oh, with this one it makes more sense because you can hit Y to move forward, so that's cool. They fixed that. What's up with James Bond? What's up, flathead James Bond? That guy looks like Bruce Willis, but with a flat head. And if you get too close to him, he backs up. I mean, I don't blame him. This guy does not look correct. He looks incorrect. Tango, Whiskey, Foxtrot. Whiskey. There was some movie called that or something, and it was like abysmal and bad. How do you... Okay, right trigger. There's all this alpha, whatever. Bravo, Charlie, Delta. Go codes. Yeah, like my nephew's birthday's coming up, and I don't know what to do. I guess I just need to go on Amazon, just send him something. But I was asking my mother, like, well, what are kids into these days? And she was like, Beyblades. And it's like, I think Beyblade's been around for a long time. Like, what the heck? It's like, and I was like, what about fidget spinners? And I was just, I know that, that's probably passe. And like, apparently my nephew said, oh, that's just so last year. And I'm like, wasn't that like 6 months ago? This internet age, man, these things are going by too quick, I think. But yeah, fidget spinners, man, that whole thing passed by. Later on in Evil Dead Fistful of Boomstick, you get into a museum, and I think that's a really cool segment. And I'm curious about Regeneration. I've never played it, but the cover for Regeneration has some sort of like little person on it. Proud of myself for using the correct terminology. See, I feel good about being politically correct when it comes to handicap people or people with medical problems and stuff like that, I can identify. But like with women and stuff, it's like they don't deserve any kind of social graces because they already get enough. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm not really getting down to the action. I just feel like graphically, Splinter Cell's better. Splinter Cell is completely better. I don't know how to jump or you climb with the up button on the D-pad. Okay, I guess I'm going outside. Graphics look pretty cool. It looks better than the Rogue. No, it looks better than Rainbow Six, and I gave Rainbow Six a 5 out of 10 just because there are people who like these tactical shooter, third-person shooter games, and I guess the sound is good. Let's check it out. Sounds pretty atmospheric. Doesn't really need to have music because it's supposed to be realistic, right? So that's cool. Just the controls and stuff, I don't really have time. I've never gotten around to trying to play these type of games because there's just always better offerings. Quality over quantity, right? So this game is just kind of lost within. Look at this game compared to Splinter Cell, and you'll know what I'm talking about. So I gave Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six a 5 out of 10. I'm giving this one a 5.5. I'm not going to give it too much. I'm not going to give it a 6 or anything like that because it's just not a game that I personally like. So just 5.5. And like I said, these are impression reviews, and what I think really doesn't matter. If you love this game and I'm rating it low, just don't take it to heart, man. Just it's cool. It's going to be all right. I like museums, man, like that movie Bedknobs and Broomsticks, because there's like this creepy quality. It's a Disney movie, so there's probably like MK Ultra programming things, trigger words and stuff for people. Some of that stuff, that Alice in Wonderland programming crap. But Bedknobs and Broomsticks is interesting because there's like a knights in shining armor, and then something happens and they start coming to life. It's just the armor coming to life, and it captures my imagination that way. So I like Bedknobs and Broomsticks for that reason. Yeah, 5.5. I appreciate you guys watching. Oh, I don't recommend.